Recording is on.
Marvelous. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so another thing is you are going to see me zone out. Okay, when I start channeling, if I hit a nerve with you, and if you start sobbing, and I don't cry, I want you to know that that's okay. And it's because when I channel, I like zone my normal personality out, and I become very dry. Okay. Because if I know it's weird, but if I get myself involved, so if I get my emotions involved and stuff like that, and if I start crying, I stop channeling because I'm getting myself involved. That's the best way I can fucking explain it. I don't know. We'll just go into that. Okay. So let's see. Now I got you all hyped up and you're thinking of like 90 different things. Hang on. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. No, you're good. Hang on. Let's see if she wants to come through. She's very good, but she's very stubborn and very poignant, which is fine.
That's the thing.
Very much so on like, it's my terms. I'm like, okay, good. Hang on. She was around y'all all the time? Okay. She was like, I love them. I was around them all the time. I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. Okay. Is this an aunt sister? She says I was like an aunt or like a sister. I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. She's showing herself as being above other people. Who is this female that like leads and guides other people and tells them where to go and like make sure that they're doing it her way because it's the best way?
Like who?
Huh?
Like you want to know who it is?
Yeah.
It's my stepmom.
That's why it feels like an aunt. Okay. So stepmoms feel different than real moms. Real moms have a tie. So I see it like a grid. So it's like, here's you, and there's a tie. I don't have like a button for stepmoms, but it's like they feel like they're trying to be your best friend, so like your sister thing, but they're trying to be like an aunt, which is like, I'm motherly. I take care of you. I make sure you're okay. Like you need to listen to what I say. So that's kind of why my thing goes into that. Hang on. Okay. Why would she say I left him and he just didn't know what to do with himself? Is that when she passed? Okay, cool.
That makes sense.
Okay. So what happened to you? She says, well, I just left him and he didn't know what to do with himself. And I was like, oh, okay. Hang on. Okay. Was she a lot younger than she should be to marry your dad? She says, I was a lot younger than I should be. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Maybe it was a lot younger when she passed. Maybe that is, but hang on. Did she pass between 47 and 53? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. It was a very different type of energy. Hang on. Do you have male siblings?
I have one.
Okay, cool. Drives you crazy. She said it drives her crazy. It turned out to be her best friend. Is that a thing with you?
What?
Brother, the sibling. Okay. Okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So she shows me two alternatives, or like two alternate realities. I think one, she's guarding herself from it because she's not letting me in all the way. I'm going to get into it, so don't worry about it. But she says, I just left the house one day and I didn't come back. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Hang on.
She's stubborn too. So.
Yeah. Oh no, we're getting into it. Hang on. There's this whole thing. I have so many words going on inside of my head asking them questions. So it's not like it's just quiet for me. It's a lot. Like I'm like, okay, so where are you at? What were you doing? Where was it going? Blah, 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 blah. It's literally going a million miles an hour. Really? Okay. Was it really that bad? Wow. Did they have to cut her out? Okay. She shows me in the middle of town, but she shows me in the middle of nowhere. Was she outside of town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. She shows me town, but it's like not big. And then she shows me, and I'm like, okay.
It was in between, very close to a town.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, I've never seen that before. And I'm like, she shows me a small town and then like nowhere. And I'm like, we have to be in between here. Okay. Were they thinking about life-flighting her?
He tried.
I know they didn't, but did they think about it?
He tried to resuscitate.
Okay, hang on. She said, boof, boof, and I was out. So it was like concussion, hit, gone. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Wait, you were still living in the house when all this happened, correct? Yeah. Okay, 'cause she's saying bye, and like there's an ignoring type of thing, like and that's like a thing that we regret kind of thing that goes along with it, correct? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's so funny. She compares herself to almost like Mother from Coraline. I don't know why.
Amen.
Okay. I don't know why I have never gotten that as a sign, but specifically shows me Mother from Coraline. And I'm like, that's the weirdest thing ever. I guess that's like I'm trying too hard to be like the perfect person kind of in a way, but I'm doing a really good job at it. She has a lot of stress behind her. Sorry, she's very
100%
okay, perfect. She's the person that would make Christmas cookies and put like buttons and glitter on all of them and just make them perfect. That's what she's showing me. Like, hello, Mother, like that thing. Hang on. She said we never even saw it coming. Did she get into a head-on collision? She said they blindsided them and they got him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's intense. Okay. She was in the passenger seat?
Mm-mm.
Does she feel like she's looking down, not looking at the car?
Oh, she wasn't looking at the road.
No shit. Okay, that's what. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm looking at the road. Like, am I in the passenger seat?
There's a big controversy what she was looking at. She was not looking at the road.
She wasn't. She's showing me looking down, and that's why I'm like, are we in the passenger seat? Because we're not paying attention. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let me go back into zone out because I get freaked out too, FYI. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Ugh. God, it was a lot bigger.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the gentleman?
Is the other driver.
Of the truck thing?
Yeah, bucket truck.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Because I'm like, I see it. I'm like, it's bigger. I'm like, whatever it is, it's bigger. Okay.
It was that.
Wow. Holy shit. Hold on. I just got to get out of it for 1 second. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was, we didn't even know, dude. We didn't even know. Like it's, I wonder if you said they had to cut me out. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me go back in. Sorry, I had to take a second. Let me. Okay. That was intense. Okay. Imagine reliving it, like, but never being there. So it's like, okay, hold on. Will somebody do baseball?
Not baseball, no.
Okay, what is with the ball? Does somebody do something on the ball? I'm sorry.
Volleyball.
Okay, that's the white ball. Okay. All I see is a white sports ball. I'm like, who does baseball? Who does this ball thing? What is this? Okay. I was trying way too hard to be the perfect mom. Do you feel like that? She says she was a rebel child. I just should have let her be that way. Oh, what? Did you go in her room and like touch her things on the side of the bed? Yeah. She's talking about skimming along like. Perfumes. Mm-hmm. She said she looked at my clothes, but none of them would fit her. So it's very sarcastic. Yeah. She's like, she looked at my clothes, but none of them would fit her. So she's talking about loving your father, but having him feel like he was controlled. Do you feel like that was the thing? Yeah. He says he didn't even know what to do without me. Like that was the thing. Yeah. He's dated since, correct? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's talking about 2 or 3, like boom, boom, boom. I mean, he's been he's been a sex fiend, but she's talking about like the ones, but it's dating nothing but like bimbos and like that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, they're not up to standard. She's showing me this. I'm like, okay. She is regretting, and I want you to take this in the best way possible. She's regretting not being there to show you because what it was like to be a woman. Because I feel like she was the ultimate femme. Like that's what she feels like. And she's talking about being there to like show you what it was like to be that. Like be like the strong, independent, like feminine boss. And you are a strong, independent, feminine boss bitch. But you also have like more masculine characteristics, which isn't bad. Like that's kind of like me. Like I am very girly, but I mean, I'll play video games and say fuck you and spit on your shoe. Like I don't really give a damn. And she wasn't that way, right? And so it's oh, you told her mother. Yes, you did. Okay, good. Hang on. Is her mother sick right now?
Mm-mm.
Can you find out? She's talking about her having a heart issue later on. Can you find out about that?
Mm-mm.
Keep that in the back of your head. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if you're able to, but just that's a mention. She's talking about looking at papers and looking at her phone. Is that a thing? And she's looking at the cup holder, right before she dies.
Yes, that's a big controversy.
Okay, cool. Because it's like papers, and then I see the cup holder, and then I see my phone, and then boom.
Mm-hmm.
Was she on her way to a meeting or something?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, because she's dressed in nice clothing. Like she's dressed in decent clothing. Like it's not like wearing leggings and a t-shirt.
Yeah. It would make sense if she was dressed that way.
Okay. What is 11 years?
That's how long her and my dad were married. Yep.
Okay. Give me a second. Sorry, I am in shock my own self. Okay, hold on. Okay. Because she said I only made it 11 years.
Makes
So,
sense.
I know. She's talking about like she's showing me how like they fought like cats and dogs, and about how she was like I was always right. Like it's just this whole, she's like I was always right. I'm like, oh my god, and how your dad would just kind of go with it, but then say shit under his breath and stuff like that.
Explains my whole childhood.
That's it. I want you. I don't know if you can show your dad this. I don't know if he'll believe it because it's hard for me in my normal brain to believe it. But she wants to tell him that he's still a sweet man inside. Like she like grabs his face and it's just like you're still a really sweet man. Like it's kind of like appreciating who he was and who he is. Oh man. Hold on. Okay. It's so interesting. Like even when we're going to the funeral, like we're sad, but it's so weird from your point of view. It's so weird because it's like she's dead. I'm very sad. I'm very depressed about this, but at the same time it's like, okay, I guess this is just what we have to do. Like we have to go through this. It's almost like ding dong, the witch is dead, but I'm sad about it all at the same time.
That would make sense.
It's a weird feeling, dude. I've never felt this before. And she's acknowledging it. And it's almost like I said, it takes it back to like Caroline Mother, like, oh, you're the most wonderful mother. It's like, but you put arsenic in my pie. Like that's kind of the thing. Hang on. She said, I could never replace your mom. I could never replace them. She was like, I was just trying to make everybody comfortable the way I knew how. Wait, is your brother younger?
Mm.
Were they gonna have a younger son? Okay. Showing me a younger son with her. I don't know what that is. Did that never come to fruition?
She had a miscarriage that I learned about that I didn't know about for a while.
That's the younger. Okay, because she shows them with him. Like, did we have what is that? Okay. She says, I love her, but there's no controlling her. Yes.
Sorry.
Right? No, it's okay. Hang on. There's a whole lot of controversy between you and your father and her about letting him change his mindset because of her. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the feeling behind it. It's like letting him change his mindset. It's like twisting it around. she says, but her mother was no good. Her mother was no good. She wasn't anywhere to be seen, and she wasn't good. And we never knew what she was actually doing. You never knew if she was on drugs or where she was at or what was happening. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's just fucking spot on.
Yeah, that's what she's saying over and over again in my head. And I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. She says, I was there to clean up the pieces. Hang on. She said, I found him out there randomly, but she also shows me online. Did she meet him online?
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
She shows me an online picture, so I don't know what that is, but then she shows me meeting him randomly, like out in the world. I don't know what that is. I've never actually seen that before, so just take that as it is. She says you're good. I'm asking her about your future. And I'm like, well, what's going on with her? What's happening with her? She's like, she's fine. She's good. She's like, she needs to get out of her head a little bit more. I said, okay. It's very interesting with you because she's like, she looks to other people and she looks at other people's relationships. And you don't base yourself on others. Like so many other people in this world base their relationships and who they are in other people. And it's like, you don't. Like you see them and you kind of like discredit them in your head. Like it's all about you. and that's good. That's good. That's good. But even you internally, because you don't base yourself, it's kind of a paradox. Because you don't base yourself on other people's relationships or who they are or what they've done, you don't know exactly where you fit in and where you want to go either. So it's like you're at like the stalemate place. Hang on. Okay. Did you want to run away with a boy for a second?
Sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. He wasn't the one. Is that past now? Please tell me that's past. Okay.
Very past. Like, long gone.
Good. Okay. Because she's like, she wanted to run away with boy for a minute. And I'm like, oh my God, please tell me that's gone. She's like, yes. And you're like, yes. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Do not, whatever you do. Wait, are you starting college right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Whatever you do, this is not a guy that's in college. Do not go with the guy. God, fuck, how do I say this?
Just say
I mean, I don't know how to describe it. He's not in college. He's an outside source, but it's almost like, man, if you could listen to Halsey Blue, that's how this describes him. Okay, like that's it. But it's like, don't go with the guy that's super cute. You'll meet him, but he's in the pot's fine, like whatever, but like he's more into it than normal, and he's not in college with you. He's not doing the same thing. He's kind of like keeping to himself. That's going to come up in like the next 6 months to a year. Don't go with him. He's going to be fucking hot though, but don't go with him like that. Okay.
Okay.
Do it and move on, but don't stay because it'll bring you down. I know you don't even know what you want to do. I feel like you would be a really good bomb.com nurse. I don't know if you feel that way, but I feel like you would. Okay. I know you don't know what the hell you want to do right now, and that's perfectly fine. But like you would be the bomb.com because you don't give a hell about what other people say. You take their opinions and you put it in as your own. You're like, oh, well, I'm queasy about blood. You'll get over it. But it's just FYI. But it's like, take it and you'd be able to be the boss of the floor and what you do, and then gradually work up from there and just be amazing. Okay. So with her, she's not hanging around the house anymore. She feels very much settled where she's at. I guess she's buried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, correct. It's like she's in one spot, so she's not like being taken around in ashes or anything like that. She does love you, but she looks at you more as, I need to make sure she's okay. I need to make sure she's okay. So if you get into a hard spot where you don't feel like academically, or you don't feel like maybe you're going on the right path, or maybe you don't know exactly what turn you're supposed to take, ask her. She's not like an emotionally cuddly person. Like, who should I love? Like, it's not that. It's like, where should I get my ass on track? That's the person that she's going to be. Okay. So if you, in closing, God, I could read you for hours. Like, you're great. I used to read your father. I know that's not going to happen, but if I could, I don't care if he believes in this stuff. I don't either, but it's great. And I absolutely adore it. But if you need me, if you have any questions, I meditate every night from like 3 to like 10:30 when I have my sessions. So if you have any questions, just email me and ask, and I'll let you know during that period of time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are you doing okay?
Yeah, just a lot to take in.
I know it's a lot to take in. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take like 10 minutes, okay? I want you to have either like a good cry or like a good breather or like a walk around, scream, turn on loud music, whatever you need to do, okay? You need to have some sort of release, okay? After that, you may be more tired tonight and tomorrow than normal. That's a normal thing as well, just because I channeled through you to them and back. And then another thing is that you may have a dream about them. I don't know if you'll have a dream about her. A lot of my clients do. I don't know if you will. She feels like a guiding light, but not somebody that's going to waste all of her energy to hop into a dream with you. But if you do, know that that's a real thing. And then if you have any questions, just email me. Okay?
I had one more question before.
Yeah, what's up, boo-boo?
On your thing, like the options where you channel a past one and then you have someone alive. Mm-hmm. How does that work?
Oh, so pretty much like we do I do channeling past ones, and then kind of like how I felt with your brother and like your father and stuff like that. So it's almost like paths where I go through. So like, think of it as like tunnels, right? You're standing outside of this wall and there's all these different tunnels. And so I choose, this is the only way I can tell you, I choose this tunnel and I ask this person, so Marty, if she wants to come through, she says yes, and then I go down that tunnel, and then I like continue on. And so that's somebody that passed. So if I go through people that are alive, it's kind of like I give you insight, I tell you what they're thinking, I tell you what their next moves are, kind of like on their immediate future and far future. It's really, really cool. My favorite thing is waking up on a Tuesday morning when I need to go pee and then getting a thing like, oh my God, we broke up. You told me we were going to 2 weeks ago. I'm like, yes. And it's all based in feelings and movies, because what I'm doing is I'm channeling through you to them. And so I pick up on all their stuff too. So I don't know. It's really cool. I love it. It's worked for me for my entire life. But yeah,
my dad's a very complex individual. So, like, it would be a tiresome thing for you, I feel like.
No, it's not tiring. Girl, you know what is tiring for me? Having a double murder and a homicide and then watching people's brains splat out the back. Like, that's a tiring thing. Your father, brother, boyfriend, husband, I mean, I know you don't have one, but, like, it's not a tiring thing for me.
Okay.
Or anything that you want. Now I do near futures, mainly like from here to like a year out. I can do far, but the only thing for me personally is that I can do them, but I don't particularly like them because I like to be able to see them come to fruition and you go, holy shit, that's amazing.
Okay.
That's my thing. So yeah. So if you need me, just email me. And then if you do, message me on here and then I'll get you in earlier. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you. Keep making TikToks.
Yes, I will. Love you, girl. Bye, honey buns.